Tonight, we will be taking a look at the renaming of the Auburn Arena, a solved homicide case, and COVID vaccination rates. We will follow with the sports update, and we will end by announcing the National Day as well as a fun Valentine's Day giveaway from Panera Bread. All of that and more is coming up on Eagle Eye's Thursday News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Jakai Spikes.
And I'm Nicholas Wetzel. The Auburn University COVID Resource Center has reported 333 new positive cases for the week of January 24th through the 30th. This is a slight decrease from last week's number of 436, continuing the consistent decline of cases since Auburn students have arrived back on campus for the new spring semester. In addition, the center has reported that out of 746 tests administered on campus, 204 came back with a positive result. This is a 27% positivity rate, which is also a decrease from the previous week's percentage, which was 37%. The East Alabama Medical Center has been seeing a greater number of hospitalizations and ventilator usage since the start of the new semester. The center itself is currently in visitation level red.
The Auburn Arena we know and love will be renamed as Neville Arena to recognize the largest donation in Auburn athletics history. A dedication marking the name change will take place on March 4th at the venue with an on-court recognition on March 5th during men's basketball's regular season finale against South Carolina. Neville Arena will now be named after Bill and Connie Neville, who are members of the Pat Dye Society, Tigers Unlimited highest level of giving. In addition to renaming the arena, the Board of Trustees also passed Phase 1 approval to initiate a project creating an additional basketball practice facility. Trustees also voted to grant funding to the Women's Basketball Renovation Project. This project, estimated to cost $3 million, includes a 4,000-foot renovation as well as more competitive recruiting.
Just in case you missed it, here are the results from the SGA election. Jake Haston was awarded the role of SGA president on Friday night, where students welcomed him to the position with cheers of joy.
Your 2022 SGA president is Jake Haston.
Coleman Turnipseed led Eagle Eye's unofficial polls by 95% and pulled away with 67.5% of the vote, becoming Auburn University's SGA vice president.
Vice president is Coleman.
In the treasurer race, Jake Darling ran unopposed. However, the exuberance expressed by the crowd when his name was announced was practically unmatched. Although the treasurer race was an easy one this year, the same could not be said for Miss Auburn. By far the most packed race of this election, Miss Auburn had 5 candidates vying for the position, with Ann Earthman coming away with the title. Congratulations to all of last Friday night's winners.
20 aviation students recently received job offers through a partnership between Auburn University and Delta Airlines. The students are part of Delta Propel, a highly selective program that provides participants a qualified job offer, or QJO, detailing a defined career path, allowing Auburn students to participate in an accelerated timeline to become a Delta pilot. Auburn and Delta have a long-standing relationship that has served students for many years. In 2018, the Delta Airlines Foundation and the Jacobson Family Foundation granted $6.2 million to support multiple programs at Auburn. The gift funded the construction of the Delta Airlines Aviation Education Building, which serves as the home to the Department of Aviation. The gift also funded the purchase of an aircraft simulator and created faculty professorships in the aviation department.
This week's update with Involvement Ambassador President Travis Harrison will help anyone looking to get more involved here at Auburn. Take a look.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first weekly involvement update of the semester. My name is Travis Harrison and I'm the president of the Involvement Ambassadors. The first thing coming up is Auburn University Dance Marathon's main event that will be this Saturday. It'll be from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. and students are encouraged to come throughout the whole event so you don't have to stay the whole time. Main event is AUDM's yearly fundraising event that celebrates the work that AUDM has put in to help the Benefit Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Throughout the day, there will be multiple events such as a hypnotist, presentation, and meals. So you can register all the way up until the day of the event. Next up, Monday, the application for the Involvement Ambassador position will be open. There will be a form on the Involvement Ambassadors page on AU Involve where you can apply. We're also hosting 2 information sessions, one on Tuesday and one on Thursday, to teach you more about the position and the application process. The Tuesday session will be from 12:30 to 1:30 in the Melton Student Center, room 2222. The Thursday session will be in the library at 4:30 p.m. in room 3133. Please attend these sessions and consider applying to be a part of the team. The AUBI program is also going to be hosting information sessions about applying to be AUBI and about applying to be the director of AUBI. Info sessions will be on Tuesday the 15th. The info session about AUBI will be at 10 a.m. in the Student Center, room 2310. The session for the director of AUBI will be at 8 p.m. also in the Student Center, room 2216. If you are unable to make either of these info sessions, don't worry. They're going to be hosting more in the future and you'll be able to find those on AU Involve. Next Friday, the 18th, the International Student Organization will be hosting their social hour. This event this week will be hosted with the African Student Association and they'll be in the Student Center, room 2222 from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is a great opportunity to meet students, learn about different cultures, and get some free food. So I encourage all of you to get out there. They do it every single week. That's all the updates that we have for this week, but as always, there are more events going on than we have time to talk about. So make sure you go on to AU Involve, you sign in, and you go to the event tabs to see everything else that will be going on next week. I hope everyone's having a great start to their semester. War Eagle.
When we return from this short break, we'll look at the big changes that Auburn made on February 4th, as well as some local news. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. The Auburn University Board of Trustees voted on February 4th to select Dean Christopher Roberts as the university's 21st president. After a 9-month national search that prioritized transparency, communication, and community input, it was clear that Roberts was the man for the job. Serving Auburn University as faculty for 28 years, he impressed the Board of Trustees with his integrity, clear vision, and unmatched love of all things Auburn. I look forward to working with the Auburn family to build upon our strong foundation as we advance towards our goals and aspirations for the future, says Roberts. Roberts will begin serving on May 16th, replacing Jay Gouge, who announced his retirement in June.
On February 4th, the Auburn University Board of Trustees agreed to change the names of 4 academic units. The School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences, the Harrison School of Pharmacy, and the School of Nursing are now colleges, while the Department of Aviation is a school within the College of Liberal Arts. With considerable enrollment growth in recent years, there has been an increase in faculty as well as in academic, research, and outreach programs. The deans of each of the new colleges listed numerous benefits to the name change for their units, and stated their belief that this change will enhance not only the schools, but Auburn University as a whole.
Now we will take a look at how the local community is making the world a cleaner place. Eagle Eye's Lainey Mayfield has more.
It was a day of service. Students from Auburn University, Auburn Junior High, and the local research group ARPAS cleaned Baptist Hill Cemetery. It's the oldest African-American cemetery in Auburn.
I'm not a spiritual person, but it's good for your spirit. You know, you're helping people.
Located on South Dean Road and Thatch Avenue, the 4-acre cemetery contains over 500 marked graves, with the oldest dating back to 1879. But even though Baptist Hill is a staple in Auburn's history, it does not receive regular grave maintenance from local groundskeepers.
The city doesn't own Baptist Hill Cemetery. The cemetery itself is a community cemetery. It doesn't have a deed. And so the city can only do so much with land that it doesn't own.
Auburn University professor Robert Bubbs says the city can cut and trim the lawns, but it's left up to the community to care for Baptist Hill as much as possible.
And we get out there and just try to straighten up, maintain, pick up, debris, pick up branches, clean up any kind of litter that's out there.
In addition to cleaning the cemetery, some volunteers had another goal in mind.
We're just here today to make sure that this history is still preserved.
Auburn junior high teacher Logan Shattuck says some of his students are gathering information about those buried in Baptist Hill with the help of college students. He says the stories of the deceased are important.
These are local individuals who lived, breathed, and died in Auburn, right? So we have students they're researching individuals from the 1910s that were in censuses back then, and individuals who don't really have much of a story.
Shattuck says cleaning cemeteries offers a new perspective on life and a brilliant way to serve the community. The next cemetery cleanup is scheduled for spring of 2022. But in the meantime, volunteers urge people to visit the resting place and remember one thing.
Everybody buried in the cemetery was a human being. They had thoughts, they had emotion, love, loss, all sorts of things going on in their lives, and they deserve to be remembered just as much as we all think that we will be remembered one day.
Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, Lainey Mayfield.
The Auburn area was shocked after what seemed to be a road rage incident outside of a school. Eagle Eye's Jack Greenwald has more.
Last week on Thursday, February 3rd, an Auburn Police School Resource Officer assigned to Richland Road School had responded directly to what they suspected were gunshots. It was your everyday road rage incident, but with a dangerous twist. It all began around 7:40 a.m. at Richland Road and Yarborough Farms Boulevard, where the officer witnessed two men in the middle of a physical altercation, which led to one party discharging a firearm. First responders arrived at the scene quickly and provided life-saving support until EMS arrived. The perpetrator remains in custody, while the victim was transferred to Piedmont Columbus Regional Hospital by a lifesaver helicopter. The incident did not involve Richland Road School, but occurred nearby, prompting temporary lockdown measures to take place. The investigation still remains underway.
If you're looking for an easy way to get into the Valentine spirit, head to the library this Friday morning to participate in making Valentine's Day cards. This Friday, February the 11th, the Miller Writing Center will be creating Valentine's Day cards at their second floor location in the RBD library near the Learning Commons. Students, faculty, and staff are invited to stop by and make a card for loved ones or to donate to the medical clinic for their support during the pandemic. Head over before 1 p.m. to take part in the creativity and to craft a thoughtful message or card for someone you care about. When we come back, we will discuss national COVID rates, a solved murderer case, and the largest financial seizure in history. You are watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Eagle Eye News at 6. Florida police say a teen was forced to live in a small garage for years and only allowed to leave for school. His adoptive parents faced a judge for the first time on Wednesday. Ryan Hughes has more.
Inside the quiet Egret Landing community in Jupiter, down the tree-lined streets and at the end of a cul-de-sac, police say sits a house of horror.
This was despicable and shouldn't happen.
Inside this garage, Jupiter police say a 14-year-old boy was forced to live in an 8-by-8-foot box with a mattress, a camera, and a bucket used to go to the bathroom. Meals were brought to him, but he was only allowed out, police say, to attend school.
Everybody's watching out for each other. So I'm really surprised something like this went unnoticed.
But police tell us the teen has been physically abused and confined to the small space since at least 2017. Today, his adopted parents, Tracy and Timothy Furriter, in court, now charged with aggravated child abuse and false imprisonment.
I came outside yesterday and seen all the cops and stuff,
but like I didn't think it was something like that. I thought it was like maybe they got into a fight.
Jupiter police say they first came to the home after the boy was reported missing by his mom a week and a half ago. 2 days later, officers went back, and once allowed inside, they spotted the small room with a deadbolt on the door. The boy was later found at his school and interviewed. Police executed a search warrant on the camera mounted over the mattress and say thousands of videos were found of the boy locked inside. In court, the couple's attorney argued the teen may have been abused because he has an attachment disorder with his parents.
It makes my heart go out to that boy, and I hope he's able to find the support he needs.
The Department of Children and Families has removed 3 other children living in the home. Meanwhile, the couple is held on a $50,000 bond each.
A 50-year-old triple homicide case in Boone, North Carolina has finally been solved. The alleged perpetrator is an 81-year-old man who is already behind bars in Georgia. Police say Billy Wayne Davis, along with 3 other men, murdered Bryce Durham, his wife Virginia, and their son Bobby in February of 1972. Authorities were initially tipped off to Davis's involvement by a phone call in 2019 from the son of one of his accomplices. New leads and subsequent interviews with Davis confirmed he was their suspect. Davis is already serving a life sentence for crimes he committed in Georgia. The 3 other perpetrators involved in the murders are dead. Police say the 4 men, known as the Dixie Mafia, have been linked to other crimes in the Southeast.
U.S. authorities say they've made their largest seizure of cryptocurrency ever. A New York City husband and wife have been charged for trying to launder the stolen funds. Zane Asher has more.
They're being called the crypto Bonnie and Clyde. 34-year-old Ilya Lichtenstein and his 31-year-old wife, Heather Morgan, have been arrested on charges of conspiring to launder $4.5 billion in stolen cryptocurrency. The New York couple were arrested following a 6-year investigation into the hack of a virtual currency exchange. They have not been charged with the hack, and their attorney could not be reached immediately for comment. So far, officials have seized $3.6 billion of those funds.
This is the largest seizure of cryptocurrency ever by U.S. law enforcement. It is also the department's largest single financial seizure in its history.
A major win for law enforcement amid a growing number of heists from cryptocurrency platforms. Hackers have stolen hundreds of millions of dollars in recent years. This alleged scheme stems from the hack of the digital exchange Bitfinex, which trades bitcoins. The couple had an interesting online presence. Heather Morgan posted rap videos online under the name Razzle Khan and called herself the Crocodile of Wall Street. She was also a contributor for Forbes and Inc. magazines. In a 2020 Forbes article, she wrote about protecting your business from cybercriminals. The 2 have been charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering and conspiracy to defraud the United States. They face up to 25 years in prison if convicted.
The message to criminals is clear. Cryptocurrency is not a safe haven. We can and we will follow the money no matter what form it takes.
Zane Asher, CNN, New York.
Fast food is getting more expensive. On Tuesday, Chipotle reported a typical order from them cost about 10% more than it did 1 year ago. McDonald's increased its menu prices by about 6% last year. Starbucks hiked its prices once in October and then again in January. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reports food away from home got about 6% more expensive in 2021, and experts say that this trend will continue this year. They blame the rising costs partly on the increases in restaurant wages, cost of ingredients, and transportation expenses. When we return, Eagle Eye's Vince Wolfram has a sports update you will not want to miss. Stay tuned.
My name is Vince Wolfram. Auburn sports have had a hard-fought week this week. Basketball's 19-game win streak came to an end on Tuesday at the hands of the Arkansas Razorbacks. The Tigers' record is now 21-2. Auburn hopes to bounce back on Saturday against Texas A&M in the annual Outlive Cancer game. The game is in Auburn Arena and tip-off is scheduled for 11 a.m. Central Time and will be on ESPN. Gymnastics also lost this past weekend, but put up a program-tying score with 197.75 points, while Suni Lee earned her first perfect 10 of her collegiate career on the uneven bars. Gymnastics is back in action on Friday against Missouri at home, and you can watch this game at Auburn Arena or on TV on the SEC Network. The Super Bowl is this Sunday and kicks off at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on NBC. Keep an eye out for Auburn alumni and starting tight end C.J. Uzomah for the Cincinnati Bengals. Stay tuned. More news to come after the break.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. If you like all things sweet, today's National Day celebration is just for you. February the 10th marks National Cream Cheese Brownie Day. Combining chocolate and cream cheese has long been a favorite in the bakery, and when it's cream cheese on a brownie, you are sure to get a dessert that melts in your mouth. To celebrate this extraordinary day, try making your own cream cheese brownies to share with your friends, co-workers, or family members. You can post a photo of your delectable dessert with the hashtag Cream Cheese Brownie Day.
The Super Bowl and Valentine's Day are just one day apart this year, and if both events leave you ringless, you could get a third chance thanks to Panera Bread. Starting February 14th, you can enter to win a lab-grown baguette-shaped diamond ring that comes in a custom bread bowl ring box, as well as a year subscription to Panera's Unlimited Sip Club. To enter, share a picture of yourself enjoying your favorite Panera Bread products to either Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag PaneraDate and hashtag sweepstakes. Only 22 entries will win. More information will be on PaneraBaguetteRing.com.
Well, howdy partner. Meet our new pet of the week, 2 Chainz. This handsome guy is ready to meet you as soon as possible. He's a huge cuddle bug who loves his afternoon naps and being by your side as much as possible. He loves hanging out with his doggy friends and meeting new friends whenever he can. 2 Chainz is 5 years old, neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and has been heartworm treated. Apply online for him today. Now, sadly, we're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Jakai Spikes.
And I'm Nicholas Wetzel. Thank you all for watching, and War Eagle.